Okay, so it's getting a tiny bit dark out there, but I've got nothing better to do tonight, so we're gonna rip these seats out, two front ones and the back one, and then we can start working on like door cards and all that on the inside. But yeah, let's get straight into it, ripping out these seats. Just a couple of bolts in each of them. Should be an easy job. I'm hoping that anyway. Righto guys, as you saw from the intro, we are stripping the whole interior. Everything has to go. I did actually make the decision halfway through this. I'm going to leave the dash in and I'm going to leave the roof in. Not the roof, but the roof lining. I'm just going to tape these up when we are ready to paint. It just makes it a whole lot easier for me. Because as everyone knows, taking a dash out, it's a fair bit of work in there. I didn't have the time frame, so we're just going to leave those in here. But stay along for this episode where we strip the whole interior, take a look at some rust and whatever else I get up to. Righto, so it has been actually quite a few days during the week, and I've just been tackling this at night because it's quite hot, summer at the moment. And basically the engine bay is done. I've been stripping the interior this week. As you can see, she is basically done. All I have to do is take all the door cards off. I'm going to leave the dash in and I'll be leaving the roof in, so basically tonight we're just going to take the door cards off and those little pillar things, and then we can move to the outside and do like your door handles, your tail lights, those things. Not sure how these come off, but we'll try and take them off too. So yeah, that's what we've got left to do. I probably won't film this because you've seen me take door cards off before, but I'll see you when it's done. Hopefully this thing will be fully stripped and ready to be sanded and some rust taken care of, because I want to show you some rust that needs to be taken care of that isn't as bad. It's worse than the engine bay, so I didn't even know about this, but I'm going to show you anyway. Righto guys, so this is the rust I'm talking about. I wasn't expecting to find this rust, but it's there, and I'm guessing it's because it's an old farm car and a couple of holes weren't plugged up and whatnot. So water's actually gotten under the carpet, soaked into the insulation, and as you can see here, it's just sort of rusted where that insulation was. And in that spot there where the wiring runs, it gets quite bad near the B panel, in the B pillar at the bottom there. It actually rusted a tiny bit through the floor, but nothing we can't fix, so it is something I do need to address later in this episode. But I'm just glad it isn't too bad, but it is unexpected to find the rust there. But anyway, I'll treat that later on and we'll get back to the episode. Righto guys, so it's been the whole week and I've just been ticking away at this old girl. Now I didn't do anything yesterday because I was actually skiing with Archer, well, trying to ski. That's a whole different story for another day. Anyway, so it's like 40 degrees today, so it's quite hot. Haven't done a lot, but finally finished stripping this whole thing. There is a couple of things left. The front windscreen needs to come out. The boys coming out on Thursday to do that and take it away. And this back one here, that one still needs to come out. But basically there's just a couple little things like these little grommets, they'll come out eventually. But right now the main thing is to basically clean everything, scuff everything up, get rid of all this dust and mud and whatnot that's been built up over all the years. And then we can get to work on this rust, because this is a big issue. Now I didn't know this was here, but there is a fair bit of rust this side because the window was leaking and it's got in here. It's fairly, like there's flakes, big flakes coming off. Even up here you can see where the carpet got wet and it just sat on top of the steel and it's rusted it. So I'm gonna have to get the wire wheel out, wire wheel it down, sand it and whatnot. I've got some rust converter to put all on top of all the rust, so once it's all, you know, taken off, I'll drown it in rust converter, paint over it, and then we should be sweet. So gotta take care of the rust, get rid of all that dirt. Dash is staying in, and the roof liner as well, that's staying in. And then there's some rust we need to take care of up here and some other little places. But for now, that's where we're up to. So I've been working during the week just to get it all up to this stage. So I'm hoping by the end of today, I'll have that rust ready to be converted with rust converter, and then I can start on the other rust bits, which will probably need to be cut out or something like that. Righto, so I spent a couple of days on this rust here, so went all around it with the wire wheel and the grinder and whatnot, and this black stuff you can see here, that's rust converter I've put on, and every bit that's rusty I've just gone along, wire wheeled it back, and then we've put this rust converter on. That's got 2 coats on it, and still got to put another coat in the gutters and some other places, but that's taken care of. There's a little bit there, but that will get chopped in the bottom there. A bit in the back. The side wasn't too bad, just the gutters again, but I'll do another coat tonight on them. And obviously here where it was pretty badly rusted in the crease here, I just grinded that back. There was the top skin and in the middle that was rusty, so grinded that off. I didn't have to cut it out, thankfully, so that's all sorted. Put a heap of rust converter in there. We'll do another coat tonight, and then we'll have to go around and weld up those holes there, and there's some holes in the back I need to take care of, as well as these ones here for the snorkel. But yeah, so now it's time to start sanding the vehicle down, ready for paint, or primer at least. So I've already done this, but I've gone around the vehicle and I've sprayed it with some red spray, just light coat, just so I can see where I have sanded, and so I can see the dents, if there is any in the doors and that. It will show by leaving like big patches of unsanded spots. Now I have done these 2 doors so far, so I've got to do the rest of the car. That will probably take me at least the rest of this week, and then we'll have to start bogging up some holes, sanding it back again. Now push it out, clean the interior and the outside with a pressure washer, and then we can start priming it. And the windscreen boys are coming Thursday. I think I told you that, but let's get to more sanding, I guess.